Right across the top, I feel two things that stand out for me the most, okay? And, for those of you who don't know me, just so you know, I don't read tarot directly by the book, directly the way it's supposed to be, the way it's taught. I read very intuitively. This is number one. This is your energy. This is you, okay? This is you coming at a turning point in your life. You're coming like at a fork in the road, and you need to follow a path. You need to make a decision and go, decide which way you want to go with something. And it's like you have to do some soul searching first, or this path leads to you doing soul searching and going further inside of yourself to get some answers. Maybe even remaining quiet so that you can find some sort of answer to something that you're looking for. Okay. That's one thing. This is you needing, reaching that turning point and need to do soul searching. Number two, I feel like you're in a situation. I feel like some of you are in some sort of situation that's toxic. It could be some sort of toxic relationship, partnership, whatever this is. Some sort of situation is not healthy for you, and you need to get away from it. You need to get out of it. This could be external, or this could be relating to some internal battles that you're having. Maybe habits or something that you do that's not good for you. And it's like you feel bound, you feel tied to a situation, tied to something that you're doing internally or externally. You feel like you can't get out of it and you need to follow a path. And it's like, okay, I need to get out of this. I need to take a road to get away from this. And maybe to get away from this, you need to retreat first, okay? Do some soul searching. For now, follow a path of soul searching, looking, inward, looking into your higher self to get information, or even gathering information quietly, just kind of do it, where it's not so obvious that you're looking for something. Although this is a very internal card, and this is inward, soul searching, this feels like somebody needs to do something quiet on a sneak tip. Do you want to quietly find out what's going on with this situation? You have the feeling that something's not quite right, or that something's not quite right, and you want to kind of, let me be quiet about this before I make any movements, because it may put me in hot water or danger in some way, or jeopardize something, or I need to make quiet moves. This is like quiet movement. This feels like quiet movement for me. Now, here's the third thing that I'm picking up. Somebody, I feel like this is you. You're interested in approaching someone with this energy, like a Virgo or somebody, or it just could be someone with the hermit energy, someone kind of quiet and reserved. You may be interested in, you may be checking them out for something, whatever the reason is, turning to them. Could be turning to them for guidance, turning to them for spiritual guidance, turning to them, for romantic reasons. Turning to them to go talk to them about something. And it's, you need to make a decision to follow a path to go along this, seek out this hermit person. It's going to mean different things for different people. Now, number 4, some of you, somebody, and it's not going to be for everybody, is is teetering, okay? It's like you want to turn your back from the secular world, okay, like the secular world here, and become more spiritually enlightened. It's like maybe you want to turn over a new leaf because you've been there, done that, bought that t-shirt. You want to get away from this kind of maybe lifestyle or whatever this is that is toxic, that's no longer serving you, that's no longer healthy for you, with this devil energy here. and you want to pursue your spirituality or religion. You want to, go inward and take a look at what's best for you. It's like, what? I don't want to drink. I don't want to party anymore. I don't want to do whatever it is I'm doing that's not good for me, that's draining for me, that is, habit forming or maybe even obsessive in some way. I don't want to do this. You know, I'm gonna I want to get myself together. I want to just try a retreat, spend some time with myself, maybe meditate. Some of you, study, get into religious studies or whatever. Start going to church, doing some soul searching about that. And some of you, somebody's actually getting away from a very possessive person, a possessive, manipulative, narcissistic kind of person that wants to keep you bound in this relationship, and you literally want to get away from them and go hide somewhere. Listen, I don't want any more parts of you. I just want to get away. I need some time away, and I'm just going to go retreat, do me, be by myself, get myself together, heal from inside from this relationship. And I know that I said I only had two things, and that really turned out to be 4, 5, 6. But it's going to mean different things for different people, and you'll kind of know which one is yours. Okay. Over here we have, I want to make sure, got enough time here. Princess of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Somebody over here wants to enjoy life, wants to enjoy good times in a relationship, or get to know other people and just kind of have some fun. But you want to be practical in your approach. You want to be sort of cautious and grounded and not go overboard with getting to know people, or not get, maybe get a little bit serious, but not, be serious when it comes to yourself and how you care for yourself in this situation. In other words, don't overindulge. Be kind of practical, serious, while having some fun. Keep your head, screwed on right. Make sure that you keep your head on straight, because somebody's single and you just want to kind of have some fun, date, get to know people, enjoy yourself. Somebody wants more fun within their relationship. They want to approach their mate and say, you know what, we're together. We're always, doing practical things. I got an idea. I'd like for us to have a little bit more fun, do things that are more fun other than paying bills and picking up the kids from school or whatever, doing those things, buying groceries. Let's have some fun. Let's, sometimes we need to let our hair down, do a date night, just the two of us, or me, you, and, the kids or whatever. Just kind of, but with the Three of Cups, there's 3 people here. More than one, more than 2. But it could be, you and your spouse, or you and your mate and a child. You want to do something kind of lighthearted. And you want to, propose some new ideas. New things. Spice it up a little bit. That's what this feels like for somebody. Okay. All right. For somebody, this might be like a third-party relationship. I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll get into this and kind of see what's going on with it. Right over here in the career and finances, High Priestess and the 7 of Swords. Right away, you or somebody's using their intuition about some foul play at work or in your business. You're looking into matters a little bit deeper. You're just kind of, pardon me, you're kind of observing your surroundings in a situation because you see something or you feel something that's not quite right. Maybe in the office, at work, where you are, in the hospital, in the legal profession, somewhere where there's like a lot of paperwork and files, where there are many records kept, many very important records are kept somewhere. It could even be like an accounting firm or something like that, where there's like a lot of money and records, people keep these things. Hmm. Interesting. But it's like you know something, you've seen something, and it feels like, you're just kind of watching here. Okay? Or maybe even somebody wants to inform you because somebody else is watching and they want to inform you of whatever this thing is going on, because the Seven of Swords is about lies, deceit, someone stealing. This could be someone stealing somebody's ideas, stealing someone's identity, stealing someone's money, cheating at work. you know Now, for somebody, this is about you looking into your higher self. Again, looking into yourself, looking into your higher self, looking at your reflection and seeing whether or not this occupation that you have is really best for you. Is it ethical for you? Is it sound for you? Are you doing something on the job that compromises your integrity to where you feel like you've lost a bit of yourself in your occupation, in your workspace, even in your business, for those of you who have businesses? So you may not be feeling your best about this. Not to say that you've done it on purpose, but you may have felt like you've done something within your business or company or organization or whatever this means to you, where you've had to like give up something about yourself, and it didn't make you feel good because you're like, man, I told this white lie for this deal. I kind of fudged something, or I exaggerated or embellished something. Is this going to come back and bite me? Oh man, I shouldn't have done that. Mm. Was it really worth it? Should I have done that? Man, God, please don't let this come back and bite me. And that's kind of what it feels like. I hope I don't get caught doing this. I hope that, I didn't really mean it. I didn't really mean this. I shouldn't have done this. What was I thinking at the time? Somebody's saying that, oh God, what did I get into? Now, somebody saw somebody else do something over here, and you're not feeling like, oh shoot, man. Oh, I wish I hadn't seen what I saw. Doggone it, I know too much about this. This is not cool. I wish that I didn't know this. I wish that I didn't see this. I gotta try and keep this to should I keep this to myself? I gotta try and keep it to myself, or something about keeping it to yourself. Should I tell somebody? Should I keep this secret? Now, on the flip side, someone is doing some soul searching and really looking at themselves in the mirror to see, like doing like a self-assessment on their occupation, on your business, within a position, within a company, or whatever this means to you. You're doing like a self-assessment, like a self-evaluation, like being honest with yourself, looking deeper to see whether or not you still belong here, see whether or not you want to do this, see whether or not you want to move further into this, or you need advancement of some kind. Maybe you need further education. Maybe there's something you need in addition to the credentials that you already have, and you're trying to figure it out, but it's not quite clear to you yet. Do you got to get some new certifications? You got to put in some paperwork? Do you have to further your education? Do you need to further your education? Do you need to go over the books? Look closer at the books. Somebody's projecting past the first quarter of this year. You're projecting what the second quarter is, or maybe even what the revenue will be at the end of the first quarter of this year. It's like you're projecting. It's like you're anticipating it to be, because you set some goals, and it's like, now you're doing a self-assessment, evaluating, kind of looking in the mirror. But it feels more like, for somebody projecting past the first quarter, it kind of feels like you're, like you're cheating a little bit and jumping ahead instead of fully dealing with what's going on in this quarter, because this is just the middle of February. Interesting. I don't know where that's coming from, but somebody may be doing that. Okay. Hmm. Is somebody peeking at reports or something? Trying to get a leg up or one up on the competition, or seeing what getting a head start on information before you do something on a job. You know what I mean? Is somebody looking at answers of a test, or you feel tempted to, try and get some answers on a test that you need to take? Somebody, this is education. You may be trying to get your hands on the answers to an exam that you want to take. Don't do it. If it's regarding education, please don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it if you're tempted. Okay, let's kind of look over some of these things here. And you guys know exactly where I'm going. I'm going straight to the devil. Spirit, can you tell us why the devil card is here? Why is the devil here? These cards I'm using are pretty powerful, so just so you know, the reading is not going to resonate with everybody. It'll resonate with some, but not all. Okay. This is a family situation. This is about family. Family card. I haven't seen that card in a bit. A family situation. That one wants to come out. Past due. Something is overdue. Something is past due. Some sort of account or something that needed to take place is long overdue. Maybe it was long overdue for like something with a family situation to end and you need to move on. Give me one more for the devil card. Something past due, something long overdue. Could be bills, and there's like a lot of cards here. We're gonna go with these. This is interesting. Okay, you've got family card here. You have past due. You have interesting. Okay, family, overdue, like past due. Something's overdue. Professional occupation, like white collar occupation here. Profession. And then this is like creative profession. Okay, here's what I got. Capricorn, somebody need to get away from like a family's expectation of what it is you're supposed to be doing with your life. It's long overdue. You're past due. You may even owe some kind of, you or maybe somebody may even owe like student loan or something like that, and your family was anticipating for you to go to school, go, get an education doing this, and they might maybe kind of overbearing and controlling with this. Capricorn, your family, your relatives, mother and father, listen, boy, girl, man, woman, we pay for you. Okay, we put in a lot of money for education. It's interesting I brought up education here. We invested in your education, and you owe us, because this is what you were supposed to be going to school for. This is what you were supposed to be doing with your profession. But now you want to go do something else. So they may be putting pressure on you to follow your course, but you want to make some sort of change, which is why the Two of Wands is here. You want to choose a new path, because this would be two paths. You see what I'm saying? Wand on this side, wand on that side, two different paths, two different professional occupations. Maybe you want to follow something more creative. This card here is on the other side of white collar. Maybe your family wanted you to be like like a big time professional, doctor, lawyer, Well, no, this isn't medical. Okay. This is white collar. Attorney, this could be an attorney, CEO of a company, accountant, CPA, maybe a sales director, sales management, something in the white collar profession. Okay, dealing with corporate America. But you, this might be what your family wants, but then you want to do something more creative. You want to choose maybe something illustration, art design, fashion design, do something, professional, singing, dancing, painting. You want to do something totally different. You want to do something more of liberal arts than engineering or accounting, something that might kind of bore you, or you may want to become an entrepreneur doing something creative. These two may even go together. You may want to own your business in the creative fields, doing some kind of design or something. Because this is also an entrepreneur card. But your family could be saying, oh, hell no, we pay for you to go to medical school. Okay? And the bills are racking up. Do you understand how much we invested in you, Capricorn, to go to school to be a doctor? And then you want to take this money that you've made and you want to do something totally different. You want to open up your own company, doing art design, doing, web design, designing things, whatever this design is. How dare you? And you may be turning your back on the situation and saying, you know what, family, mom, dad, this could even be your own family with your spouse. And your spouse is saying, I supported you. You really need to stick to what you were doing. And you're like, I'm turning my back on this situation. Let me do some soul searching about this thing before I make any final decisions. I'm not hearing you right now. I feel like I'm at another stage in my life. That's what this feels like. Somewhere around this scenario that I just mapped out. Now, for somebody, this isn't like a family getting on you, but you, the Capricorn with the devil card here, you doing this, making these changes for the embetterment of your family, for the progression of it, because you have a family and you need to do something better, something more progressive, something that will help you to become more successful in whatever it is you do. And you need to venture off and choose a path. But first you want to kind of do some soul searching, kind of go to yourself a little bit and, think about what it is you want to do. That's what this feels like for somebody. Okay? But it doesn't necessarily look bad or anything like that. Capricorn. I know the devil can be really scary for somebody. Some people when they see it in a reading. But it's not bad. This actually looks good. It just means that, instead of just turning your back, maybe communicate with your family, whatever the family situation means to you. Does that make sense?